All right, this is the fifth question. What have they asked us to do in the fifth question is they've told us that there's a frustum of a cone base. Diameter is 50 mm. The top diameter is 25 mm, and the height is 50 mm. And it is placed on placed centrally, obviously, and it's placed on a cylindrical slab of diameter 100 mm. Um, and the thickness 30 mm. So we'll just first draw the frustum, and then we'll draw the or we'll do them together. I think that'll be all right too. So we need we need to draw a few lines. We'll just draw a straight line and and there, right? Now this will be 30 degree. It is always 30 degree whenever we do isometric projections. It will always be 30 degrees. So you make both of these 30 degrees right now. And when you're done with this, um, let us try copying this. We'll just paste it this side, right? So we can use this later on for the cylinder. I'm moving this slightly. Right there, yeah. So we'll just first do the frustum. Now this is the frustum of a cone base. So since it's a cone, we need to draw an ellipse, which means now the diameter is 50. So each of these lines will be 50, right? That's 50. That's 50. So if the diameter is 50, each one of these lines will also be 50, if that makes sense. Now once you've done with that, we just copy these lines so we can complete the rectangle first. There, copy from this point, and we just copy it there, right? Now once we have finished this, we'll make the ellipse right now from the 4-point method. The corner to the midpoint. The corner to the midpoint. The corner to the midpoint. And the corner to the midpoint. And then we take a center point arc from the corner. You take it from the other corner right now. There. And now you take the center point arc at the intersection and you draw another arc. There. And you do the same thing for the other side, right? You do the same for the other side. And that's our ellipse, right? Now, since we have the ellipse and this is of 50, we just also know that the top diameter is going to be half of this. So I think it's just in the factor of 25, but the height is 50. So first we'll just copy this at a distance of 50 and then we'll scale it down. So what I'm trying to do is first let's just move this down. So we'll have space, right? I'm going to move this out to this point. I'll move this around here. What I'm going to do right now is I'll just copy the whole thing and I'm going to displace it to 50 because the height is 50. So I'll displace it on the y-axis to 50 and we'll enter, right? So I can delete this section. We don't really need that. We don't need the entire construction. We just need the ellipse. So we can get rid of everything else, right? Um, all right. Now, since we've gotten rid of everything else, we can first start scaling this down. This is going to be half of the lower one. This is 25 and this is 20. This is 50. So we scale it down to 0.5. We don't make a copy. We just scale it down at about the center point. We'd have to find the center point. Then we'll just draw a center point. We need the center point, so we'll just have that listed there. Now we just scale this down. We scale this down 0.5 at this position and done. So once you're done with this, we can simply connect them to make the cone cluster. The midpoint till where you get the till where you get that mark, right? Where there's a tangent and there's like knot, you select it there. And the same thing there, midpoint till where you see both the knot and the coincident point. That's my frustum. Now, since my frustum is completed, I just have to complete the cylindrical slab. How am I going to do that? I just have to repeat what I did. Cylindrical slab is again is a diameter of 100. So I could have used the same thing over here. So what I'm trying to say is I can just copy this part. I can copy it. Um, let's take this. I'll move this side. I don't need to do it from scratch, obviously. So I'll just delete all of these. And since it's 100, which is twice as this, I'm going to scale this again to what? Two times. I'm going to scale it two times. I'm not going to make a copy out of it. So just place it here. So place it there maybe. Now we'll just we'll just move this a little bit so we get some more room. Right. Now, since it's a cylindrical slab, it is going, and the thickness is what? The thickness is 30. So we will copy this at y-axis 30, and we'll just trim off these ends, and we'll connect the points together. Midpoint till where you see the knot, and the same thing this side. Whoops. Yeah, midpoint to where you see the knot. Right, and then you can obviously trim off these ends too. Now, you need the center point of this to place the frustum on it. So we do that, and we get the center point of this cylindrical slab. Now, what we do is we copy the entire thing. We do the move tool. We need the center point of the frustum too, so don't forget that. Right now, you can select the entirety of it, and then we can simply move it. Um, There, perfect. Now we can select the entirety of it and scale it down to 0.81 since we're representing this on the isometric view, and we can scale about the center point, which is 0.81. There you go. Whoops. Scale it down to 0.81 about this point, and done. And then we can try moving this in the center so it looks more legible. Try moving this somewhere here, and we can try trimming off everything now because we've already completed everything. We don't need any of these anymore, right? Okay, I think that should about complete it. We'll do the fourth one.